Now there are few observations on that, and then maybe my formal talk. So let me first present my observation. Divided into three parts. First is migration from rural and semi-rural areas to the present urban cities. Second is urban infrastructure development. That is first is there are also two things. One is new areas and another is old and existing areas. And third thing is again focusing to Hyderabad. Very short and quick observations. First is migration from rural and semi-rural areas to present urban cities. First model can be adopted is a Pura, providing urban facilities and rural areas. So the time good facilities are available in these areas, migration will be less. Quality of the life people they are living on those areas must be quality life, and they must have all the support, what infrastructure support and facilities what a person in urban area is getting. So that itself will help a lot. The second thing I feel that cities should not have population more than 50 lakhs, because otherwise instead of city it becomes like a country and becomes unmanageable. We cannot as such stop population 50 lakhs. We cannot have any control on that. For that thing what we can do, we can develop new towns and new cities. There also the suggestion is there that Andhra Pradesh to plan 200 small towns and cities. Andhra Pradesh total population is say 8 crores and you divide by 200, so it will become about 4 lakhs. So average population of cities becomes 4 lakhs. Third on that line is smart cities can be developed on the highways connecting Hyderabad to say Bangalore or to Bombay or to Vijayawada, etc. So these steps will certainly help migration problems from the rural and semi-rural areas to the urban areas. Now our second point was urban infrastructure development, the two new urban areas. So new urban areas, it is much easier to handle than the old and existing urban areas. New urban areas, it requires a long-term planning. Long-term planning must be done. The areas must have well connectivity. It must be self-contained. It must be self-sufficient. It must be self-supporting. There must be provision for residential colonies with all the required infrastructure like shopping, sports, medical, education, entertainment. They also must have commercial spaces. Also power. They must have 24/7 power, and we must certainly use solar power for all our domestic things up to the best extent possible. Solar power must be used, and water is again very important thing which is required for our living. So rainwater harvesting pits must be encouraged, and also we must also be aware of the groundwater level. You know, groundwater level is going down, but here by watershed development we can certainly retain the groundwater level, and we can also increase the groundwater level, which is very, very important. Then the areas we should plan for the ring road, service road and footpaths, which are very, very important, because our earlier discussion it has come out that now whether the roads are there for the automobiles or there for the people. So we should never compromise on the footpath. So 8-feet footpath everywhere. It should be new areas. It certainly can be planned. It should be retained, and it should be non-negotiable. Let anything happen, our footpaths are safe. We must respect our footpath. And also it was earlier workshop we have come out the strong public transportation system must be there, because private transportation is not a solution for urban areas. So strong public transportation system must be there. There must also we can plan dedicated bus corridors, and also metros in such cities. Even the metro is not coming immediately, but we must leave the way for metro, so that future we need not go for demolition and all these things. It will save us.